Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name's Richard and I talk about music production, creation, gear, and that type of thing. And today I have the Circuit Rhythm. I am a total noob when it comes to this type of device, drum machine, sampler type of thing. Obviously, all of that stuff is available in like every DAW now, but there's something to the workflow and the physical interface and the immediacy and the portability of a device like this. So we'll talk about my experience with it. Let's build up a track from scratch. Well, I recorded this guitar part actually. My kid went to the hospital for a few days, so he's all good now. Everything's fine, but we had a lot of downtime. I brought this with me. This is just a direct guitar, just very simple little arpeggio chord progression thing. And the drums I had for it were, I wasn't really feeling the sounds. No shade to Novation or anybody involved in making the sound packs for that. But a big part of why I wanted this was to be able to, sample my own sounds. So I've got some one shots I recorded. I've got a guitar, and let's just build up a track and see what happens. And then I'll share my thoughts with you guys later. Okay, so now all the sounds are loaded and we're gonna listen to the direct sound from the unit. Hopefully that little demo was cool just to get an idea of what sort of working with it's like and the clickiness of the buttons and all that. But we'll get a little more focus on the sound. So let's just get this in shape real quick. kind of tried to demo the effects earlier, and I realized it wasn't really coming across on the speaker, so you get a better idea of that. So here's the kalimba, and real quick, what I did with this was I chopped it up. The device will divide a given recording, a sample, if you will, into 4, 8, or 16 segments. So, and then you can go and edit. One of the things also that I wanted to do with the kalimba was just isolate one note and pitch it differently, because that kalimba doesn't have half-step intervals. So I didn't really show that because it's sort of just tedious and boring. So I just cut that. In any case, that's what's going on with this, but we'll get a little more into chopping in a second. Here is the kalimba. And it sounds really dorky, but maybe we can get it sounding cooler. I don't know, that's kind of whatever, but okay, so let's mess with the guitar. First, let's chop it up. So it's basically just 2 chords, so there's not a whole lot of variation, so I'm just going to pull a couple notes from each chord, and then we'll flip them and see if we can do something interesting. I want to make it reverse. Fade it in, give it some effects. So there's a little quick example. I really wanted to give the feel of what it's like working with it. Some of the effects available, some of the workflow and concepts and things are more readily available here and more tactile. So it's got me kind of thinking differently, but also pushing me into different sonic territory. It's pretty lo-fi. The sound quality is not pristine. And for me, like, that's something that I really actually wanted. I really wanted to lean into that. I'm very grateful, and I love where we're at now, that you can get, $100 audio interface and make pristine recordings. You really can, I think. But now we're kind of starved a little bit for character. We all have access to the same plugins, the same DAWs, the same effects, the same VSTs, sample libraries. Well, if you make your own samples, record your own stuff with your own microphones, your own instruments, then you're getting that much closer to your own unique signature. And that's something that if you've been here, listened to, or watched my content in the past, that I keep banging on about, is that signature thing that's you. But just an update, what's going on here, what I'm into. There will be an album coming out that's very heavily this thing. I'm very excited about a few tracks that are already done. And yeah, I don't know. With that, thanks for checking in. Make sure to like and subscribe. And till next time, peace.